by Ryzen, by Leon Zhuang, who is the Global Marketing Director at Ryzen Energy. So we stay at very high efficiency cells. Leon will talk about strengthening high efficiency heterojunction modules with robust frame design. Leon, the floor is yours.
My name is Leon Zhuang. I'm from Ryzen Energy. I'm glad that TaiyangNews has invited us to get to introduce us Ryzen Energy's product more online in this webinar. So thanks for TaiyangNews. And then this is the presentation we are going to talk about. Here is the first slide. Yeah, it's a highlight about Ryzen Energy. So those are the contents today. Yeah, the very first one. I'm sorry for the age, but you know, every solar manufacturer likes to have a little bit advertisement about us. So the first part. So the first part is about the Ryzen Energy. Yeah. So as you can see, this is the Ryzen Energy is a leading global tier 1 manufacturer of the high performance photovoltaic products and provider. I don't want to read that. Oh, yeah, we have the capacity of the 30 gigawatts of module this year and 20 gigawatts more about the solar sales, and we have more than 10,000 employees, more than 10,000 clients all over the world. Last year we have achieved like a 9.1 gigawatts last year shipment to all over the world. And the second page is okay. We have very strong global networks. We have 22 sales service centers all over the world, and we have 5 production bases in the world. One special one we want to mention about, we have a very special one in Malaysia, and it's producing right now. Just started in May. So it means if the US regulation is still like that, I don't want to emphasize too much. Yeah. So we can still ship to the US and sell our modules over there. Okay, here it is, and we have the global shipments in these 3 years. In 2021, of course, China is our biggest market. The second one is Brazil, and the third one is India. So and 2020, Vietnam and Brazil and Spain, and 2019 is Ukraine and India. So we sell over the world. Yeah. Our main business, of course, solar modules, but we also have the manufacture of the solar EVA and solar cells, and we are producing the PV power plants, like projects all over the world. We also have our LED factory, and we also do the storage. So let's get into the part 2, the 210 solar cells. I think most of people has a lot of problems and discussion about this. So this 210 cells, we looking back at the size. This is a very trending size at least this size. 210 is now have a very strong guarantee to the cost of reduction. So we have a better output and the cost of reduction, and the standardization is good. So 210 about last year, the 2021, we have almost 5 gigawatts shipment to all over the world. It's almost 50%. Yeah, 40 more than 45% of our shipment. And in Q1 of Ryzen Energy's shipment to all over the world, about 210 size of the module is more than 75%. Yeah, and the cost of the reduction. Yeah, so we have a module delivery for package. So this we've been discussed several times. I don't want to mention that too much, but we don't have that problem that about shipment things. And the installation is also very easy and nice to install. As the cables and inverters and combiners, those things are can get the cost lower and the installation easier. Yeah, and the power generation, of course, the 210 is bigger, so the power is bigger. This is a high efficiency, less space loss, and more power gain. Yeah. About this page, the market share. Yeah, a lot of people saying that. Okay, some people said, "Oh, I know about the 210 and 182. These two sides are having a little bit competition right now." Of course, the original capacity they want to grow up. They don't want to give it up, so they grow to 182, and 210 is having a very strong trend about this. So in 2022, I think the production and capacity about 210 is like almost reached like 297 gigawatts. Of course, I just want to mention that the market share is still a little bit difficult right now, but every new capacity is all about 210 size. So we don't worry about that in the future. There will be take off the place. So or in the size they need to be changed. I think this is the size right now about 210. Okay. Okay, so here is the Titan series about our 210 size of the PERC module. As you can see, the very first one is a 210 can reach to the 410 watts. This is Titan S. We have just reach if we make it N type, we will reach about 450 to 455. And the Titan, this is the 110 pieces of the 210 half cut cells can reach to 555 watts, and the other one is 120 pieces of the half cut cells and can reach the more than 600 watts, and the last one is 132 pieces and can reach to 670 watts. These are very popular right now. And in the Intersolar, we just make it a new one. So that we have the cut cells into 3 pieces of the cut, and make it this is the weight is almost the same one, like a 22.5 kilogram, and the technology is still main grid on and non-destructive the cutting slice packaging. So this is called the King of Rooftop right now. Yeah, the size is smaller. Not smaller, it's the same size like a Titan S. So the reach our can reach 400, 450, even 55 once. Okay. This is the product feature. Okay. Here it says the power classes are 435 to 455. It's the average ones. So it's the highest amount the mainstream 10 to 20 watts more than competitor products. and the maximum module can reach to 445 and 21.4% the self efficiency. So it's our main product to the European rooftops. I mean the residential rooftops of the world. The second one is the N type. I think most of people wants to mention about the N types right now. Thanks. So now let me introduce a little bit about our HJT milestone in Rising Energy. So here it is. We have the HJT module in 158 cells in 2019. And 2019, it was the first year we talk about this. We announced the Rising Energy wants to full strength to reach the HJT technology in our future, and we think HJT modules is the future of the solar cell. So we spent like almost 3 years, actually 3 years, about the upgrade and research about our HJT module. Luckily, in last year, I mean 2021, we can have our 158 size of the cell into change into the 210 HJT cells module, and it can reach to almost 700 watts. I know everybody heard about that. Your HJT may reach to 710 or 705, 7 something like this. But here we want to have an announcement. Right now we want to make it standard. So it's 700 watts. Of course, we can reach more. It's in the future, can be mass production. We will have mass production in 2000. Excuse me, in this year in Q2. The name of our mass production HJT module is called Hyperion. Okay, the Hyperion series is hyper. It means hyper and super. And ion is the elements that from the solar technology also. So this is our new product reach to launch to the world. And we believe in this year we want to make this Hyperion module to mass shipment to all of the world, so to reach the gigawatt scale. So it's a plan that from now to Q1 about 2023, and after Q3 of 2023, our HJT capacity can reach to 5 gigawatts. Actually, it's a plan of the 15 gigawatts plan. We believe that time we can reach to the shipment to 5 gigawatts at Q3 in 2023. Here it is, the detail of that. The statement of the art of the module technology. So as you can see in the we have the 3 times of the straight. The TV certificate about in the end of last year was 721.016 watts. And in February, we have the certification of 600 watts. Also we have the suit to have the maximum power 703.62 watts. So we want to present our best of the HJT module technology to you guys. Okay, here is Hyperion HJT product series. This is the picture of that. Okay. So now is the detail that the Hyperion product features. We use the 210. As you know, it's the G12 half thin wafers. It's 24 bus bars. We lower the AG content past. I mean the silver content past. And also the steel frame and the high energy yield. Also the low degradations. Okay, so it means it's the low carbon module. I can say it's the lowest carbon module in the world. So here is the detail of the product advantage. It reached 120 mil production. I mean the wafer, and it's the lower LCOE about 10% compared to PERC, and it's higher reliability to 5 times the IEC spec. And lower carbon footprint. Yeah, just like we said, that it's smaller than 400, 400 the units simulation by third-party organization. We are trying to get our certification as lower as possible than this. Okay, then we want to talk about part 4 about the high strength alloy steel frame. It's easier to call it. We don't call it HSAFF. We call it mostly we call it alloy steel frame or steel frame. Because of the carbon peak, it's very very important topic right now. The carbon things. So we want to decrease the decrease the carbon the carbon emission. So we have this result about steel frame, and we have released this kind of module last year. You can see it decreased by 3 times of the than aluminum frame modules, and these are the strengths of the alloy steel frame right now. This is comparison about the aluminum and steel frame. Its life cycle is longer and the emissions are better. So this you can see the aluminum and the steel, they have the different module reduction right now, and we have the little number calculation here. And here we can see okay. Excuse me. Here you can see it's better tear resistance, because as you know, the steel is stronger than aluminum. So right now, as all of our module have changed to this kind of steel frame. So the high strength of the alloy steel frames of Ryzen Energy has higher tear resistance. It means our module can be stronger. A lot of people will ask, so the steel frame is more expensive or more heavier? Is heavier than the aluminum ones? Actually, it's a little bit heavier, but compared to our most heavy module, 132, I mean the 670 watts ones, it just increased 1 kilogram right now compared to that one. So it doesn't increase too much of the weights. So here you can see the correlation of the resistance. The main reason we want to do this kind of like change is we have noticed that this aluminum material is growing more expensive and still is still the same. But you want to say the cost is of these two material, is it the same? Actually, it's almost the same because when we go to the alloy steel frame, we also need to spend some cost on the surface of the steel frame. So the cost makes to almost the same like aluminum ones. But when you see this material steel, I mean the steel frame is stronger, it's better use, and can be lower emission of the carbon footprint. Why don't you choose the better one to use? So we change our steel frame to all our modules. Here you can see there's okay. Here is the compatibility, no more than 2 kilograms heavier than that aluminum frame module in the bigger size. A bigger size, it means the biggest ones I just mentioned. Almost the same appearance with the traditional aluminum frame and more choice in colors. Okay, just as I just mentioned about the surface of our technology about the steel frame. So the steel frame when we do the special treatment on the surface, you can change it. You can choose your color about that. So it means when your frame goes to our steel frame, it can be better looking. Yeah. And the structure design basis on aluminum frames and the same grounding method. So this is all the same. Aluminum frame and high strength alloy steel frame. So there's no increase for the installation cost. No need to be readjust the bracket design, a mechanical load test, and other third-party tests. Is still the same 30 years guarantee. So the supply and the market. Here it means that we have almost the same cost and the better supply in this production when we go to this steel frame, and the market can have enter the stage of the bulk shipment and the current being the deliveries daily. Here we have our steel frame shipment started actually we started in Q1 of this year, and I think we have the 3 gigawatts, more than 3 gigawatts of the shipment, and here more than 80% of the modules are about the steel frame. So here we want to here are the new technology we bring to the Intersolar. So here is the small conclusion. We have done the HJT module. It's called the Hyperion series. And we also make all the modules to the alloy steel frame. And right now we have Ryzen Energy trying to be more responsible to this world and try to be the more lower carbon footprint units to make this world better and nicer. And here is our presentation. Thank you very much.